Have you ever wondered why some people seem to succeed in the Amazon Influencer Program while others are giving up after trying for a few weeks or a few months? Maybe you have been, rejected for on-site placement. Maybe your videos aren't getting, the results you expected. Or maybe you have watched creators claiming they are making thousands of dollars every month and you start wondering, what am I doing wrong? The truth is, many beginners make the exact same mistakes. And the good news is that most of these mistakes are actually and completely avoidable. So in today's video, I'm going to share 10 beginner mistakes, okay, that every, Amazon influencer should avoid based on my own experience for over 1 year and a half in the program. Some of these mistakes I have personally made, others I have seen repeated over and over again inside the Amazon creators communities. My goal isn't to discourage you, okay? It's actually the opposite. I want to help you avoid unnecessary frustration, okay? So you can build your Amazon influencer journey with realistic expectation, okay, from the very beginning. Hi everyone, my name is Carmen. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm happy to have you here. If you're new, I create educational videos about the Amazon Influencer Program and affiliate marketing, where I share official updates, practical tutorials, and insight based on my own experience, okay, after more than a year and a half in the program. My goal is to help beginners better understand how the program works, avoid common mistakes, and build their creator journey one step at a time. Okay, now let's get started with the mistake number one. Expecting overnight success. This is probably the biggest mistake I see beginners make. Many people first discover the Amazon Influencer Program through YouTube, TikTok, maybe Facebook, maybe Instagram. Unfortunately, that's also where they often come across creators showing huge earnings and promising that anyone can achieve the same results overnight. Some even use those income, screenshots to convince people to buy expensive courses or coaching programs. The reality is usually very different. For most beginners, the first, month may only bring few cents, maybe a few dollars, okay, or perhaps no commission at all, and that's completely normal. Building an Amazon influencer business takes time, ladies and gentlemen, okay. You have to learn the program, you have to understand the Amazon policies, to improve your videos, to test different products and discover what works for your audience, and obviously develop your own strategy. There isn't one magical, formula that works for everyone. What works for a creator, in the United States with a large audience might not work exactly the same for someone living in another country or creating content in a different niche, right? So please don't judge your first month against someone else's fifth year. Okay, treat the Amazon Influencer Program as something you build over time, not as a lottery ticket. Okay, mistake number two, not reading the Amazon official policies. This is another mistake that causes so many unnecessary problems. Some people watch one YouTube video, join the program, and immediately start uploading, content. Then their videos get rejected, or they don't receive on-site placement, or they accidentally break Amazon rules, and suddenly they are confused, like, what happened? The truth is, many of those situations, right, could have been avoided simply by spending a little, more time reading Amazon's own documentation. I know what you're gonna be saying. Reading policies isn't exciting. It's not, trust me. But if you're treating this like a real business, it's one of the most important things you can do. All right, Amazon explains what is allowed, what it isn't, and how videos should be created, and what creators are expected to follow. Okay, so listen, nobody enjoys reading policies. I don't, but I read them. Okay, so it's far better than risking your account because you assume something was allowed when it wasn't. And remember, Amazon can remove content, reject videos, or even suspend accounts that repeatedly violate the program rules. That's not something you want to learn the hard way, right? So mistake number 3, ignoring the Federal Trade Commission and Amazon disclosures. Another mistake I still see surprisingly often is forgetting about disclosures. As Amazon creators, transparency isn't optional. Okay, it's part of building trust with your audience. They are actually two different situations where disclosure may apply. The first one is inside your Amazon shoppable videos. For example, if you receive a product for free from a brand, in exchange your honest opinion, your audience should know about that. Okay, so you could be saying something like, I received this product in exchange for my honest feedback. Right? It's one long sentence. Don't forget about it. Okay, it's enough to let viewers understand the relationship you have, right, before you even start your review. Now the second situation is when you're sharing product affiliate links on social media, your website, your blog, or other platforms, right? Whenever you're redirecting people to Amazon using your affiliate links, you should clearly disclose that relationship too. So for Amazon associates, the required statement is, as an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Simple. Use it. Write it down. Over the last few weeks, I have actually updated all my own disclosures across every platform to make sure they are clear and transparent as possible. Yeah. If you would like to learn more about where disclosure should be placed and how about both Amazon and Federal Trade Commission expect creators to use them, I have created an entire video dedicated to that topic, so make sure you check it out. Get your homework done. Transparency protects both your audience and your business. Simple. Mistake number 4, uploading too many videos before getting on-site approval. So yeah, this one happens surprisingly often. A lot of beginners get accepted in the Amazon Influencer Program. They get excited, they are motivated, and they immediately start to upload 10, 20, 100 videos. Only later they do discover that many experienced creators recommend waiting for the outcome of your first 3 shoppable videos before investing a lot more time into creating content. Those first 3 videos are especially important because they are reviewed and determine, right, to whether you qualify for on-site placement or not. If those videos don't meet Amazon quality guidelines, your application for on-site placement may not be approved. And that's why I always recommend take your time. Okay, focus on making your first 3 videos as good as possible. So, instead of like uploading a dozen of videos and you upload them even wrong. I also see, beginners making simple mistakes like tagging the wrong product. Why? Showing barcodes or personal information. Why? Using, excessive like transition and special effects. No, 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 no. Adding copyright music. That's clearly no. Recording, shaky like videos, right? Or filming with a blurry camera, including logos that shouldn't appear, or creating videos that simply don't follow Amazon content guidelines. Then they wonder, why was my video rejected? Most of the time, the answer is hidden somewhere in Amazon own guidelines. That's why staying informed matters, okay? The more you understand the rules, the fewer unpleasant surprises you will have later. Mistake number 5 is buying too many products just to review them. Now, let's talk about another mistake, right? That can become, very expensive. Buying products simply because you think you need more things to review. Please don't misunderstand me. Okay, there's nothing wrong with buying product that you genuinely need or you already, planning to purchase. In fact, I still do it myself. That's totally fine, but I don't think like anyone should feel pressure to become a full-time shopper, right? Just to create Amazon content. When I first joined the Amazon Influencer Program, I reviewed almost everything I already had purchased over the previous, like 6, 7 years, right? And luckily for me, more like 60% of the products, right, were still available on Amazon. I was lucky. That allowed me to build a good library of content without constantly, purchasing, spending money. So after you review everything, you can start, slowly purchasing new items. Even today, I only buy something if I genuinely think I will use it. For example, last Halloween, right? I bought decorations because I had never had decoration before. At Christmas, I replaced decoration that I have been using for maybe 5 or 6 years in a row. Okay, and they were worn out. That's why I had to replace them. Recently, I purchased few, kitchen gadgets because they were useful for my everyday life. Okay, so I don't make impulse purchases. I research and I make sure that, hey, I need that product, but does it also have campaign, make sales, that's how I do it. But of course, sometimes you will discover a product that becomes one of your best performers. It happened to me many times. You can earn commission constantly, but then one day it's no longer available. It happened to me this too. Yeah, so it just the way it is. Some products are seasonal, others are discontinued, some simply sell out and never return. That's the part of the affiliate marketing. You can't control it. So don't fall into the trap of constantly buying more and more products hoping to replace yesterday's bestseller. Okay, instead invest, thoughtfully. Think twice. Build your content library over time, and remember that your goal is to be an influencer, not just a simple consumer. Okay. Mistake number 6: comparing your journey to other creators. This one is probably the most personal for me because yes, I have made this mistake too, and more than once. There were, times when I would watch creators posting incredible earnings every single month, and meanwhile, I would be celebrating much smaller milestone. It was, yeah. So, but every time I considered like quitting, something inside me kept saying like, keep going, you can do this. Like, there is something more in there. I realized something very important. I wasn't competing against those creators. I was competing against the person I was yesterday. My journey is different. I live in Romania. That means I don't have access to the same opportunities as many creators living in the United States. I can't order new products every week. Brands don't want to collaborate with me or send free samples. My audience is different. My market is different. So comparing my results to someone with completely different circumstances simply wasn't fair. So instead, what I did, right, I started focusing on what I could control. And that was, learning, researching, testing, improving my videos, my hooks, writing, better content, and helping other creators. So little by little, my mindset changed. Instead of asking why I am not where they are, right? I start asking myself, what can I improve today? Now, that simply shift made a huge difference, at least for me in my case. So if you're watching this and you're feeling, discouraged because someone else seems like further ahead, right, please remember, you don't know how long they have been doing this, you don't know their circumstances, you don't know what resources they have. So focusing on becoming a little better than you were yesterday, that's way much healthier, comparison. Mistake number 7, giving up too soon. This next mistake is connected to everything we have talked about so far, right? Many beginners start with excitement. They are super motivated, they upload the videos, and they check their earnings every day, and then they don't see the results they hoped for. They begin to overthink, they start to wonder if they are wasting their time. Some even question whether they are good enough, and that's usually when they become vulnerable to people promising shortcuts. Suddenly someone appears saying, buy my course, follow my secret strategy, use this one trick. Be very careful, okay? There are no shortcuts that can replace consistency, learning, and experience. If you're feeling super frustrated, it's perfectly okay to take a break. Take a break. Sometimes, stepping away for a few days can help you return with a fresh perspective and new ideas. Protecting your mental health is very important. Okay, don't forget about it. Um, and don't confuse a setback, right, that is temporary with a failure, because they're two different things. Every creator has difficult moments. Every creator makes mistakes, and every creator learns through trial and errors. Yeah, personally, I'm still here because I genuinely enjoy learning. Okay, I enjoy researching. I enjoy testing new ideas, and I enjoy helping other creators to avoid mistakes I made. Okay, maybe one day I will look back and say, hey, I achieved everything I hoped for. Or maybe I will simply say, I gave my best, I learned a lot, and I don't regret trying it. Okay, so either way, I would rather know I tried than spending years wondering what if. Mistake number 8 is copying other creators instead of developing, their own style. This one isn't just about Amazon, it's about content creation in general. I see so many beginners trying to copy successful creators, and they copy the way they speak, the way they film, their editing style, their thumbnails, their social media posts, and sometimes even their captions word by word. And I'm like, are you serious? Why? Why? I understand that when you're starting, it's completely normal to look at other creators for inspiration. We have all done it. But inspiration is very different from imitation. So your audience isn't looking for another copy of someone else. They are looking for you, your personality, your experiences, your way of explaining things. And one of the reasons I started this YouTube channel was because I wanted to share my own experience. The good moments, the difficult ones, okay, and everything I learned along the way. I love talking, and it may not look exactly like someone else's journey, and that's okay. Originality, takes time. Confidence takes practice. But every video you create helps you improve. Okay, so don't be afraid to sound like yourself. That's what, is gonna make your content memorable. Mistake number 9, breaking copyright and Amazon trademark rules. Another mistake I see far too often is creators using content that doesn't belong to them. For example, downloading product images from Amazon, using videos created by brands or sellers, taking screenshots of product listings, or using Amazon trademark logo in thumbnails, banners, social media graphics, videos. Some people even ask inside Facebook groups, can I just download this image? Can I modify it a little? My advice is simple. If you don't own the content and if you don't have the permission to use it, just don't do it. Don't use it, okay? Take the product, create your own photos, film your own videos, and use your own voice, okay? The same applies for artificial intelligence. I don't think AI is a bad tool. In fact, it can be incredible, helpful when it's used responsibly. But it should never be used to steal someone else's work, mislead your audience, or create content that pretends to be something when it isn't. Right? As creators, our credibility is one of the greatest assets. So protect it, because once people start trusting you, it's very difficult to earn that trust back. And last mistake number 10, is ignoring your account settings. The final mistake is one of that many beginners don't even realize they're making it. They get accepted into the program, right? They're excited to start uploading videos, and they completely forget about the rest of their account and things like, completing your tax form, setting your payment methods, reviewing other, associate account settings, connecting your social media accounts, and just, checking your storefront, making sure everything is configured correctly. These small details, okay, might not seem exciting, but they are important. So take a little of time to review your account, so you can save a lot of confusion later. Remember, running an Amazon influencer account isn't only about creating videos, it's also about managing your account responsibly. Okay, treat it like a business, because that's what it is. That's what it became. So before we finish, I want to leave you with, my final thought. Over the past 1 year and a half, right, since I have been into the Amazon influencer program, I learned that success is not built on one viral video. It isn't built on luck, and it definitely isn't built overnight. It is going to build on consistency, learning, testing, making mistakes, improving, and continue to show up. There will always be creators earning more than you, that's for sure. There will always be people growing faster. Okay, there will always be someone claiming they have a secret formula. Don't let that distract you. Focus on building something that you're proud of, because at the end of the day, your biggest competition isn't another creator. It's the version of yourself from yesterday. Okay, so if you keep learning, improving, and creating honestly, you have already, moved into the right direction. I really hope these mistakes help you avoid some of the frustration that so many beginners experience when starting the Amazon Influencer Program. They are simply, my observations based on my own journey and the conversation I have had with many other creators over the past year and a half. You may have or still experience different challenges, and that's completely okay. I would love to hear from you which one of these mistakes surprised you the most or if they are another beginner mistake you have seen, or that I maybe didn't mention. um, Let me know in the comments below. Okay, I always enjoy reading your experiences, and your ideas might even help someone else who just gets started. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like, make sure you subscribe, and turn your notification on so you don't miss future Amazon influencer and associate updates. Okay, I also run a Facebook private group with Amazon creators. If you want to join us, the link is in the description box below. Just make sure you agree with the rules and answer the questions in order to get accepted. I really hope this video was helpful, and I guess I see you in the next video. See you next time. Bye bye.